Okay, in this particular project you can see that I've got interior walls, but they don't have a cornice and they don't have a base plate. So what I want to do is I'm going to switch to a view which is my section view, say north-south. That's the section cutting through the wall here, and what I'm doing is I'm picking the wall, and I can now see the wall in my properties palette. I'll say edit the type, and so it shows me the wall with its structure. If I look at the structure, so I'm looking at it, by default this normally shows in plan view, like this. But what I've done is I've switched the view to look at it in section view. So it shows me a height of wall, and I can see the top and bottom. So what I want to do is I want to put a cornice up here, and I want to put a base plate in the bottom. Now these have already been loaded to the project. These are families, kind of like there's a wall family or a window family. You can also load profiles that are different shapes that you might use in a handrail or for a cornice or some other situations. So the way to apply it is to go to the structure itself. I've got a metal stud wall 3 5/8, and it's just got gypsum board either side of it. But you'll see that when you've got this displayed, you now have options on the bottom where you can say you can modify the wall in different ways. The only one that I'm going to look at just now is the option to create sweeps. So when I click on the sweeps button, there are ways to add a profile, specify material, tell it the distance that this is either from the top or the bottom of the wall, which side it is, the inside or the outside. In this case it's an interior wall. It just really means opposite sides. One will be inside, one will be the other side. And there's other things that you can do with it. I think the best way to illustrate it is to just actually do it. So the profiles are already loaded. If I didn't have them, I could say load. I could go to the profiles folder. I could go to the walls, and I could find different cornice shapes. These are really like drawings in a profile template, and I could bring those into my project. But I've already brought them in. So what I want to do is in here I want to say add, and it adds a profile. So I'm going to start by just saying which one I want. Let's say I'm working at the base of my wall, so I want to put the base plate down here somewhere. What I can do is pick the size. So let's pick I'll pick the large one only because it's more visible. So I'm going to say 7 1/4 by 9 1/16 of an inch. Let me just drag that so you can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to keep the dialog box here and click the apply button so you can see that what it did is put that in this location. It doesn't have a material, so I'm going to tell it that the material that I want, and I'm just sticking in the materials that are in the document already. I'm going to pick the option that says cherry veneer and say done and OK. So it should now say cherry veneer up here. So its distance, if you just read the values here, its distance from the base is nothing, which is why it's right on the floor. Its side is exterior. It's not offset some distance out from the wall. I'm not going to flip it over. I'm not going to set it back or any of those things. I'm happy with where it is. So what I'll do next is say add another. Also same size. Let's just say apply, so it would be on top of the one that's there. So just before I say apply, let me switch the side to say interior and then apply, and you'll see what I've done. Let's put it on the other side. I still have to tell it that it's going to be cherry veneer. So cherry veneer, done, OK. And so I've finished the base of my wall. Now I want to go and put in the cornice on the top. I say add. on this list, if I scroll down, you'll see I've got the cornice 3" by 2 3/8. Let me say apply so you see what's going to happen. Right, that was at the base, right? So it gives you a message that says you can't have those two things overlapping. So I did that on purpose so that you can see that this is where I specify that I want to go from the top. Let me say apply again. I'm doing them one at a time just so you can see the end result. But it's at the top and it's going up. So what I need to do is I want to set it some distance from the top because it's 3 inches. Down here what I'm going to do is enter 3 inches and apply. You see, oops, 3 feet I think I said. Hold on, let me just see what I did there. Distance from the top 3 inches. Let me try that as sorry, minus 3 inches because I'm sending it down the way, right? Minus 3 inches, it's coming down. And it's on exterior. I'm going to add one more and then I'll be finished. So add cornice of this type. Oh, I need to give them both materials. I'm going to use the cherry. I'm going to specify that it's also from the top. It's minus 3 inches. Be sure to use the inch symbol, or it's 3 feet. Minus 3 inches, and I'm going to flip the side, so I'm going to say interior and apply. My wall's finished. I just want to show you what it is that the flipping does when you can flip the profile around its axis. Let's just go with it as it is and say OK and OK. Now watch what it does to my model because I've added those. Is that my style, I'm clicking on the screen to clear it, my style now has these in the project at the top and on the base. They are there. And if I go to my 3D view, my interior should now have those on the interior walls.